Guys, yesterday I had telephone conversation with my English friend, Mr. John Fenton. John is just a typical gorgeous Englishman. He lives in Stoke-on-Trent, which is in the Midwest of the UK. I knew John long time ago from work related. John has been working as my company representative in the UK. If any business matter that requires someone to deal with the customer, John will be in charge on the business aspect like the after sales service, the customer complaint, and some other related matter. John will be responsible in the first place, right? Usually we got in touch each other in every 2 weeks, and yesterday was as usual. I rang him. We spent half of the time talking, updating on the points of business matter, and then after that we went all out in some other uplifting topics like weather, like football, like politics, right? It's always about full moments when we on the phone together. Before we wind up the conversation yesterday, I brought up the coronavirus update in Thailand into our conversations because I thought John might be interested to know what is happening in Thailand and where we are up to on the point of the matter of virus outbreak. John has been traveling back and forth between the UK and Thailand over 25 years, so he has a lot of emotional attachment with Thai people and Thai society. So I thought it might be a good idea to let him know where we are on this overwhelmed topic, right? So here is a bit of my update, and it is very important why I'm making this video, right? So I said this to him. John, the other days I watched the government daily update, the daily report on the situation of the virus outbreak in Thailand, and it was a good news that there has not been local case for over 2 weeks in Thailand, despite there are a few cases being reported almost every day, but all patients came from other countries, and now they all under the great care of our doctor in the state quarantine, some sent to the hospital. So this is a very good sign to our country. So this is a brief update that I gave to him. What I expect to hear from him actually just only some sort of low-key anticipations, and then we can move on to some other issue before we finish the talk or the conversation yesterday. But his reactions made me disappointed because instead of the sorts of anticipations that I expect, he went into his comments on this issue in a way that made me feel being insulted, or made me feel a bit of outrageous. So here's a bit of his comments in yesterday's conversation. Right. This is what he said. Hang on, Pierre. You can't just listen to your governments and then trust everything that they were telling you. They might not tell the truth. How can we be sure that your government data is relevant? They might choose to cover up some facts or data to make the situation looking good. They might choose to talk on the high side of the situations, and then the public listen and then feel like, okay, everything has been going well. So this is a source of criticisms that he put in his comment to our government's integrity. So at the very moment, I feel like if we were together literally, I would be outrageous. I would raise my voice and I would scold this at him. What? How insult you are, John, to suggest that our government could be a liar? That imply the Thai people are the fool to trust our own governments. So this is very insulting and disrespect to our integrity. Of course, we aren't advanced country like to have sent a rocket to the moon, invented a source of electrified vehicle, or massively used source of artificial intelligence in running sorts of things. We aren't in that category. But as a country, we have a decent foundation, right? In addition, I tell you, John, you may or may not have known that Thailand ranked as the number 6 in the world of the country that has the best healthcare security. We are number 1 in Asia. We're better than developed countries like Japan, South Korea, Singapore, or China, or even some countries in Europe. So this survey and study has been undertaken by Johns Hopkins institutions in the US, and the report was published recently. So to suggest that our government could be a liar, they tell the truth, we haven't done that success, we might be beaten badly by this sort of crisis. I think that's just absurd. That's just ridiculous, right? It is insulting to Thai people and our country, and let alone the doctors, the nurses, the medical team, scientists who has tirelessly worked and contribute during the peak of the crisis. So I very disappointed on his reaction or on his comments. Right. In a nutshell, this is not the problem of someone's attitude like John Fenton, but I think it's a problem of the Western attitude as a whole. The Western people, they always thought they are superior. The other country that not in the same categories as a developed country, like Thailand, which is the developing country. Those are inferior country, so we cannot trust anything from those country. We cannot trust their governments. The people are under-educated, poor, and inability. So this sort of notions, this sort of prejudice and bias attitudes has been ingrained in the Western culture, I think. And there has been lots of events that we saw the insulting reaction or the comment from the Western country against the events or the action that happened in the developing or underdeveloped country. Like, so this is why making this video to release my frustrations on John's comments over the points of the virus outbreak. Right, okay guys, so this is my video today, and thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys again in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.